In what ways did the Cavs turn things around?
They did what they're supposed to do. Made their good players made shots. I think if I'm, I think Garland was very effective in that fourth quarter, but it felt like everyone that drove to the rim scored. So obviously our one-on-one containment has to be better, especially down the stretch. Giving up 35 points in the fourth quarter is not ideal. Lost the fourth quarter by 17 points. And that's not how you close games in this league on the road against a very good team. Like I told the guys, it is my fault. I ran Dennis 12 minutes in the fourth. I didn't give him a break. That's how your execution goes down. That's how your defense goes down. I didn't give Cam Thomas breaks. And then at the end, we paid for it. So I have to be better with my subs, being cleaner with the calls at the end, and we have to execute and get the shot. Once again, 20 turnovers on the road for 26 points. That cost us the game, and those are games that we keep seeing, like they go in front of us and we lose them. So, again, I like the competitiveness, playing here on the road in front of a great crowd with great energy, but it's not good enough, and we want to be good. So, got to keep working.
In your mind, I mean, you were pretty crisp with the ball for the most part in earlier parts of the game, like second, third quarter. Those turnovers down the stretch late, you're attributing those mostly to fatigue.
Yeah, but they were in the second of back-to-back, and we're in the second of back-to-back. So there's no excuses right there. Like you said, in those two quarters, they scored 36 points. But in the first and fourth combined, they scored 69 and then end up scoring 105. So if you do your math, that's not good. How you open the game and how you finish the game. So once again, we got to be better. I have to be better with giving those guys breaks so they feel fresh at the end. Tell them exactly what to do and control and get good shots, and we didn't. So I'm proud of the guys in the fight. Got up enough threes, found a way to, to stay with it, and some went in with 15 made threes, but again, our execution, you see it in the points out of turnovers, is not good.
With the way Garland kind of pushed the pace in that fourth quarter, I guess, how much of that may have been trying to slow down Mitchell from being the one that killed you, and maybe that was kind of the price you paid from trying to slow him down?
Yeah, I mean, that's when you get those high-level players like that, ball handlers and scorers. They can take turns, and if one of them is hot, we were assigned and supposed to do certain things, and we were not great with it. That's why those stops didn't come in the fourth quarter. Obviously, 13 points allowed in the third, it's elite. That's why we were in a very good place, and we were making our run. But the NBA, it's a game of runs, and these teams with this much talent, they can punch back, and they did, and we couldn't figure it out.
Jordi, it was 52-37, I think, with like 6.5 to go in the second quarter. So you just had a lead there in the third quarter, but that was like 18 points for a span of, I don't know, like a quarter and a half, basically. What changed for you guys in that time, and what didn't you have there defensively in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think it was defense again, like our hits and blitzes, like putting two on the ball with their best players, worked, created turnovers, helped us go the other way, created misses, and there was more pace in the game. They played the zone that helped them a little bit, slowed down the game, but then we found a way, and we found a way in that second and the third. And once again, the fourth quarter was straight up one-on-one. It felt like Ty Jerome, Donovan, Darius Garland, Mobley, they all drove to the rim for layups. And again, it's tough. It's layup after layup. You got to get stops to win.
You mentioned before going on this road trip that these two games were going to be a test and a challenge for you guys. I know there's no moral victories, but when you think about taking Boston down to overtime and now taking Cleveland down to the wire, just what do you hope your team learns from these two games moving forward?
Yeah, this cannot happen again. We cannot get to the point where we can get the win and we make mistakes that are controllable. like the 4 straight turnovers in the third yesterday. The fourth quarter defense today, the turnovers today. Again, I have to watch it to see when exactly happened. But we compete, we fight, which again I'm proud of the guys. But today, like I said, it was my mistake to ride those guys that long. I'm not giving them breaks. They're tired, and we turn it over. So that goes. We all make mistakes. Got to look at ourselves in the mirror.
With that, I mean, you guys obviously didn't have Ben tonight. So in games like this, where Schroeder is like the main point guard, I guess how do you keep trying to, just as a matter of more minutes to shake, or how do you kind of find that backup situation in games where Ben is out?
Yeah, I don't know. Dennis played 37 minutes. I know it's a little bit high for my taste. I'd like to keep my starters at like 33 to 34, 32 to 34. But 37 is not crazy. In the first half, I played him a lot. Played him 20 and then 17 in the second. So, I think I trust all these guys. I trust Shake. I trust Keon bringing the ball, Jalen, all these guys. So right now, it is what it is. Ben obviously is a very, very good player that gives us a primary ball handler. But I trust all these guys, and I have no doubt that they can make it happen for us to win games.
Would you say just kind of happened there in the fourth quarter, especially in the last few minutes, that allowed Cleveland to come back and score the win?
They kind of executed a little better than us, got into our paint. I was able to finish, maybe create easier looks than we were able to create.
You guys were once down by double digits. Just what adjustments did you guys make to kind of what you guys like get away from?
Getting the ball out of Mitchell's hands a little bit, putting pressure on him, blitzing him, and then just being able to play with our pace, play aggressive on offense, and move the ball, get the ball moving side to side.
You mentioned in getting to the paint, so was there just breakdowns and not being able to switch over, or what do you think contributed more to them to get to the paint so effectively?
You play teams that have good players are going to be able to make plays, they definitely have talented guards. It's kind of on us to figure out how to stop it, figure out how to muck it up, not give them the same looks over and over again, and be able to put pressure on them and guard them. But sometimes players are able to make plays. We were trying to blitz them a little bit at the end, get the ball out of a certain guy's hands, and that's kind of what comes with it. A team that's been together for a little bit executes. They out-executed us in the fourth quarter, and that's what it came down to. Other than that, we played a good enough game, and we competed hard enough. But we just gotta clean that up, and that's how it goes.
These two games on the road so far, fourth quarter leads have kind of slipped away. I guess what can you, as a team, try to take away from how those leads have to be held better in your opinion?
That's the NBA. That's how good teams are good teams. They're able to win in the fourth quarter. They're able to win no matter up 5, down 5, or anything around that. And that's the next step for us. We know how to compete. We know how to influence the game and have it played our way. Now we got to learn how to win games in the fourth quarter, and that's kind of the message right now. Is that it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be overnight, but we have to stick with it, and we have to keep kind of chasing that goal and not dropping our heads.
In your mind, how much of a role did fatigue play in some of those?
You can't blame it on that.
Down the stretch. I mean, Jordi was in here talking about, I didn't give Dennis a break, I didn't give Nick a break in the fourth.
Yeah, but you can't blame it on that. I mean, for us, they're playing a back-to-back. We're playing a back-to-back. That's our job, is to be able to perform in the fourth quarter, be able to perform, high minutes if need be. So, still early in the season. You're not quite in perfect midseason form, but that's not a crush for anybody. They're in the same game, playing the same amount of minutes off a back-to-back as we are.
Cam, an efficient 23 for you tonight, and it seems like it's kind of been like a linear progression upwards here for you over the past few games. How comfortable do you feel in this offense right now, and how is it kind of coming together for you?
A lot of it is what goes on around offense. Defense getting into the game, picking up, guarding, and kind of feeling that energy circulate throughout the team. And that way it makes it easier. You know, pressure's taken off of offense. You play in flow. You find a rhythm. But, you know, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And, you know, as somebody who shoots threes a lot, some days are going to be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can and focus on that next play, that next shot, and the results will be the results.
A lot of times when your name is mentioned with efficiency, I mean, people are talking about the three, but, I mean, you've been incredibly turnover-free. I mean, you've managed to drive more than I remember seeing you drive, put the ball in the net and not turn the ball over. What have you made of that? Has it been something that I guess you've made a conscious effort on of late?
Some of it's just how the game goes, just not putting the ball in jeopardy, making the simple play. But, you know, if you come back and have a couple of turnovers in a game, you know, I'm just going to shake it off. And it's not something that I'm thinking about out there. It's not, you know, I can't turn the ball over at all. I can't turn it over at all. I'm just trying to play the right way. And it's going to happen sometimes, but I'm not even focused on turnovers, honestly. Trying not to, but I'm not dwelling on it.
You mentioned the fourth quarter being the next step for you guys, but when you play like you guys did from that second to third quarter, you guys been going on a 30-5 run. Do you feel like you guys are somewhat getting closer because these runs are starting to happen against, you know, quality teams these last two games?
Yeah, like I said, I feel like we've been capable of that. We've shown that we're capable of that over the first 10 games. I think really the next step is continuing that and being able to execute in fourth quarters, and that's what it comes down to. Every game we've lost, you can kind of point to that. So back to the drawing board. It's not immediate, like I keep saying, and it's going to take, you know, a lot of focus, a lot of effort, and a lot of trust in each other. But I'm confident that we can take that next step.